Hey Matthew, this is Eli Freestone, and this is my reply to your informative industry presentation for public speaking term 1501. My first comment is around the 116 mark, so let's go ahead and get going with that.
People generally try to balk a little bit when it comes to shelling out their money for an app, especially if you're not positive it's what you want or going to fulfill the need that you set out when you to look for it.
And this is a statement that I wholeheartedly agree with. I definitely have seen this countless times, not only in my own application searches, but just the psychology behind it is really well studied. And it pretty much boils down to, like you said, we want to find something that we know does what we want it to do, but we don't want to pay for it until we know that. So I think it's really a wise idea for app developers to really look into doing a free version, even if it's a demo version where it's the full app but for 2 days, or it's a light version, but give it the users a chance to check it out and really decide. And then if they feel that it meets their needs, they can pay for the full version, or unlock the permanent version. I actually prefer the demo idea versus the light idea, where they can have the full application for X amount of days. I think that that works better, but overall they both work quite well. Let's go ahead into the next part, and it's around the 3-minute mark. You're referring to free applications with advertisements.
And then finally, there is the ad-supported free apps. You download the app, and everybody's seen it. You launch the app for the first time, and you get these walls of ads all over the interface on your screen. And that personally drives me crazy, but it is a highly effective means for monetization.
And this is another one that I've really, I wholeheartedly agree with. Not only that it's a good monetization strategy for app developers to look at, but that it can also be done very poorly. I've downloaded countless different apps where it's just covered with advertisements, to the point that it hinders the way the application works, and that might work out perfectly fine for the developer. It doesn't work out for me, so I typically just delete those. So it's really about finding that balance where you can still monetize the application enough to keep it going, to make it a worthwhile time, and venture, but not to the detriment of the application's usability. So I think it's really about finding that happy medium and going with it from there. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the delivery real quick, and I'll let you know my what I think could have done a little bit better. Overall, the delivery I think is really good. You're very consistent. There are a little bit of stutters and hiccups, but we all pretty much do that, so I'm not going to pick on those. I do think the lighting could be a little bit better. It is a little bit weird, being that I think it's your laptop monitor or something, but lighting you up a little bit differently on different parts, so it's creating weird shadows and stuff. That's not to say that it's horrible by any means. It's still adequate lighting. You can see your facial expressions very well and stuff like that. But I think just a little bit of work on that could make it better. So that would be my recommendation, is just a little bit of work on the lighting, and overall, excellent job. All right, thanks for watching. This has been Eli and Public Speaking 1501. Have a good night.